Something that is very important when joining a religious cult is the language in which the prescribed religious books were actually revealed in. I find that many people ignorantly join religious cults and really do not know what it's all about, yet they would fight you on that in which they don't really know, which is mind-boggling for sensible people who do know the language. With that being said, many Muslims would say things like the Quran is infallible. However, with in-depth knowledge of the Arabic dialect, it becomes easier to see the fallacies and flaws in the Islamic religious book called the Quran. A point that needs to be made clear is, if one does not speak or read or write Arabic, then they are relying on someone else's translations, which is often mistranslated. And worse than that are the people who are not native to the Arabic dialect, because they who are in control of this religion have created all kinds of grammar to try to hide the obvious mistakes in the Quran. For there was no grammar in the original text in which it was translated from. And so anything could be written in the Arabic translations that most of you are reading.
Message!
Language is such that you must live them to get the real understanding of them. For language is like a culture. You must be in them and a part of them to really know them, because each word is an expression of gesture. Welcome to Back to the Basics, where you learn facts, hope you embrace it. Watch, like, share, bring in awareness. Watch, like, share, bring in awareness. I'm fearless. Welcome to Back to the Basics, where you learn facts, hope you embrace it. Watch, like, share, bring in awareness. Watch, like, share, bring in. What many don't know is that the Quran was a book created by the Catholic sect of Christians, and is therefore man-made and not from whom Muslims call Allah. The Quran that Muslims have today is not the original Quran. The Quran that they now hold was put together by a group of Christians and Jewish scholars who later became known as the Jesuit priests. The Jesuit priests is a group founded in 1534 AD who were of the Roman Catholic Church. They were a group of 7 advisors to the Pope ever since the time of the powerful Roman Catholic named Augustine, that's 354 to 430 AD, who was on a mission to develop techniques to convert Arabs to Catholicism. Augustine was one of the original orchestrators of the destruction of the original Koran by burning them, and the killing of the group of men that had memorized it in the Battle of Yamama, which occurred in present-day Saudi Arabia, and the placing of the false Muhammad named Muslimat ibn Habib al-Hanafi. This new Quran was the main piece in the Vatican's game to bring the Arabs under Roman rulership. This Quran was first printed in Arabic with Persian script called Nashki, which is the script that is in the Quran in both English and Arabic. So most of the Muslim world have never read the original Quran, which was taught to be in the possessions of Fatima, the daughter of the real Prophet Muhammad. This new Quran, however, was put together in Rome and then given to a faithful Roman Catholic priest named Waraka ibn Nafri, the uncle of Muhammad's first wife, Khadijah, who worked with both the real and the fake Muhammad, convincing them both that they both were the final prophet. So, the Persian Arabic Quran that most Muslims use today was created in the year 1530 AD. Prior to that year, there were only handwritten versions, which is a sure means for human error. And so the Quran that most have today originated by the hands of men. And the Roman Catholic Church was the mind behind establishing and creating this new religion called Al-Islam, which is nothing more than a combination of Babylonian, Jewish, Coptic, Roman Catholicism, and manuscripts of the New Testament. Now, Muslims who study the Quran knows that when Muhammad was receiving the Quran in Mount Hira, when he came down, he went straight to Waraka, his first wife uncle, for his interpretation, which became Wahi, Quran 53:4. And since Waraka was a Roman Catholic Christian, he interpreted most of Muhammad's inspirations according to the Roman Catholic belief. And get this, he himself never converted to Al-Islam. So, Waraka guided Muhammad in giving Mary, the mother of Jesus or Yahshua, a prominent place in the Quran. This is why the 19th chapter is dedicated to her. Now, why am I bringing this point up? Well, because Muslims will say that they are instructed by the Quran not to befriend a Christian and Jew. And yet chapter 19 is dedicated to Mary, who is synonymous with Christianity. And get this, there is no chapter dedicated to Amina, Muhammad's mother, who should have been more important in the Islamic culture. Also, Mary's son, called Jesus or Yahshua, is mentioned 97 times in the Quran, and Muhammad is only mentioned 25 times. These are just a few things that link al-Islam and the Vatican. It was all just a plot. I'm Kef Ray, and this is Back to the Basic. Like, share, and subscribe. Facts we stated. You wanna know something? Go back to basics. Most saw a trap and was called the Matrix. The world filled with lies, yet it's hard to face it. So I spread truth, hope you embrace it.